Welcome to our YouTube channel. Today, we're talking about a big economic and political story that could affect trade between Europe and the United States for many years to come. The European Union is preparing to restart and vote again on a major trade deal with the United States. This vote was delayed before. Now it's back on the table. Let's break it down in easy English. What just happened? European Union lawmakers are getting ready to vote again on a large EU-US trade agreement. This deal was frozen earlier because of political tensions between the two sides, but this week tensions eased. One key reason, U.S. President Donald Trump stepped back from tariff threats linked to control and access issues around Greenland. With that pressure reduced, EU leaders decided it's time to move forward. What is this trade deal about? This agreement is meant to make trade between Europe and the United States easier and cheaper. The deal focuses on reducing tariffs, simplifying trade rules, improving cooperation on standards, and making it easier for businesses to sell goods across borders. The EU and the US are already each other's biggest trading partners. This deal would make that relationship even stronger. Why was the deal stopped before? The deal didn't fail because of trade alone. Politics got in the way. Earlier, the US threatened higher tariffs on European goods, pressure related to Greenland and Arctic control, harder trade conditions. European leaders pushed back. They didn't want to approve a trade deal while facing political pressure and threats. So the vote was paused. Now, with those threats reduced, EU leaders feel the timing is better. Why this vote matters so much? This is not just paperwork. This vote could shape jobs in Europe, jobs in the United States, prices for everyday products, global trade rules. Businesses could trade more easily. Supply chains could become stronger. Economic cooperation could improve. If rejected, trade tensions could return. Tariffs could increase. Relations could cool again. This is why markets and governments are watching closely. What EU lawmakers are debating? Inside the European Parliament, opinions are divided. Supporters argue the deal boosts economic growth. It strengthens ties with the U.S. It helps Europe stay competitive globally. Critics worry about worker protections, environmental standards, power imbalance with the U.S. Some lawmakers want stronger guarantees before giving final approval. So the debate is serious and detailed. Why Greenland played a role? Why does Greenland matter here? Greenland is important because of its location in the Arctic, natural resources, military and strategic value. Earlier U.S. pressure over Greenland caused anger in Europe. When that pressure eased, it removed a major political roadblock. That's why the trade vote is moving again. What could happen next? EU lawmakers will debate the deal. Committees will review details. A formal vote will take place. The deal moves closer to full ratification. Trade relations improve. If it fails, negotiations may restart, or tensions could rise again. Either way, this vote is a turning point. Why this matters globally? This isn't just about Europe and America. The world is watching because global trade is becoming more tense. Countries are protecting industries. Economic alliances are shifting. A strong EU-US deal would send a message. Major economies still want cooperation, not trade wars. That's a big signal in today's world. This trade vote is about more than money. It's about trust, power, and long-term partnerships. The EU and the US have a long history together. This decision will show whether they're ready to move forward or fall back into conflict. The next vote could shape transatlantic trade for years to come. If you want a simple explanation of how trade deals affect everyday prices or why tariffs matter, Just ask. Subscribe for more clear global news.